Hi everybody, how's everybody doing out there? This is Bobby from SkateHut. Thank you very much for watching this video. So, just before we get started, I just want to say a massive shout out to everybody that's looking out for themselves, looking out for each other, being kind, and also for the people that are messaging us on our DMs. They're full of like really supportive messages, you know, a lot of people who are really happy with the products that they're buying, and we're seeing like this influx of people who are getting into new sports for the first time and wanting advice, and that is so awesome to see. We've got so many people that are just like, I've never longboarded before, but I really fancy giving it a go because I've got all this extra time and the gyms aren't open. What should I get? And you know, people who are getting into skateboarding, scootering and biking. And so, you know, to anybody out there that is thinking about getting into a new sport, wants to get some fun out of their exercise, our full advice is do it. Message us, we'll obviously give you the best information that we can, and just have fun with it because there is no better time. You know, be responsible, socially distance, wash your damn hands, but other than that, just get out there and have all the fun that you can. All right. Let's actually move on to what we should be talking about. So today's video, we're going to be looking at the least expensive set of bearings that we've got on our website versus the most expensive set of bearings, and talking about the key differences, what makes a good bearing. It's a really wide topic and I've got tons to say about it. So keep it locked here for this video and let's get it on. So when it comes to bearings, there seems to be a lot of misinformation, or people kind of thinking they know what something means and running with it and having that as like a core belief throughout the whole of like their skating career, and then it's not actually true. For instance, a lot of people, I mean, I know people who think that the ABEC rating means how many ball bearings are actually in a bearing. So, oh no, you don't want to get ABEC 3, that's only got 3 bearings in. No, you want to go with the ABEC 9 because that's got 9 ball bearings in the bearing, and that's what you want, that'll go faster. That's not true. The ABEC system also means how good a bearing is. Like if you go for an ABEC 3 bearing, you know, over an ABEC 9, the ABEC 9 is going to be tons better. Again, not true. Let me break it down for you. And you know, just before we even look at bearings, let's just give you a little bit of game. So when you're picking bearings for the next time, you kind of know what you want to be looking for. So when it comes to the ABEC system is an industrial term. It means how much tolerance a bearing can take in an industrial machine before it'll pop and go. So if you buy an ABEC 3 bearing, it can take a certain amount of tolerance as opposed to an ABEC 9. Does that mean that it's better? Yeah, if you use it in an industrial machine, but on a skateboard, on a scooter, on a set of roller skates, you as a person, and you could be a medium husky person just like me, you could be like really sort of like putting a lot of weight on there and a lot of speed on there, and you're still not going to go to the same tolerances that are involved when you're doing it industrially, you know, like in a machine where it's got to do like so many rotations, you know, like a second. So yeah, when it comes to the ABEC system, don't stress about it. There's nothing to worry about. It just means, you know, what's its industrial setting. So a lot of skate bearings are skate rated, which is a completely different system, and it just means that it is suitable for skating. Does it make it better than the ABEC system? No, it just means that at least it has, you know, been rated for good to go when it comes to skateboarding or skating or scootering. You get the idea. Okay, now that we've said that, let's take a look at our first set of bearings. Okay, so the first set of bearings that I've got here is from the company Sushi. They make some really great skate products, and you can get a set of 8 skate bearings for £4.79, under a £5. So if you're a roller skater and you need obviously 16 bearings, because you know obviously 4 wheels per boot, you can get a full set of bearings for like under a tenner. That is jokes. That is ludicrous that these bearings are so cost effective. Does that mean that they're terrible bearings? No, they're good bearings actually. ABEC 3 is like, obviously it's the ABEC system, and yet they're pretty decent bearings. Okay, so what are you paying for? What are you getting for your less than £5? Right, let's Let's hold this up to the camera, okay, so you can actually see the bearing. There it is, in all of its glory. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about this bearing is that it's a bearing and it works. It does the job it's intended to do. It's lubricated, it spins, and you can't hear that right now. That's good. That means that it's spinning completely dirt-free. You know when you can hear bearings and they're just like, you know, it sounds like scraping along the floor. That's not good. That means that, you know, your bearings are contaminated with dust and crud and nastiness, and usually in roller derby it's hair. But no, these are completely silent, and that's really good. Now, the one thing that I can't do with this bearing, which to some people would be a fault against it, is that I can't open it up and clean it, because it has got what is known as a non-removable shield. Okay, so because it's got a non-removable shield, I can't pop that open and give it like a deep clean with degreaser and, you know, sort of like get the racers out, get the ball bearings out and like sort of check them, and then pop them all back together with a few spots of like, you know, speed lube, and then pop them back in. So I can't clean them. But dude, they're under a $5. I don't really care if I can't clean them. I'm just gonna throw them and get some more. Like, for under a $5, I'm not going to the trouble of cleaning them. Cleaning them can take at least like about an hour or 2 hours. I usually just stick Netflix on in the corner and just crack on with it. But for under a $5, I'm not wasting my time. I'm literally just gonna have a set of these in my bag. If a bearing goes, that's absolutely gravy. I'm just gonna take this out, pop it in, and I'm good to go again. So you're out skateboarding, you jump down a set and, you know, you actually feel like your bearings just pop. That's fine. Under a $5, just put some of these in, you're absolutely good to go. Okay, so in that case, why aren't everybody using just £4, like 79 bearings? Because there is a sort of difference in quality of bearing. This is a great bearing. This is a really good bearing. But also when you get onto some slightly more expensive bearings, there's a definite feel to them that just feels really nice. They hold their roll longer, they stay cleaner for longer because of the components that they're made with. Like this, obviously I can't see it, so I can't tell if it's like a nylon speed racer on the inside. So, you know, there's different things like that. So there is something to be said about buying more expensive bearings. For example, in roller derby, I skated pretty much like 2 seasons, so like 2 years, on a set of Spitfire cheap shots. You can buy a pack of them. I think we sell them for like $9.95, and they've got removable rubber shields, so you can actually take them off and clean them if you wanted to. Again, for $9.95 a set, so like under 20 quid for like a full set of you know, 16. You know, you don't need to clean them, but you know, okay, it's you know, I've got a couple of hours to kill, and you know, I'm watching something on TV. I'll clean my bearings. I'll do that maintenance. It makes me feel like a better person for doing it. But you don't need to. If anything, like I say, you know, when they're at that kind of price range, it's up to you whether you want to put the work in or if you just want to keep rolling. Now, my last set of bearings that I'd had were a set of just straight up like Bones Reds, and what can I say about Bones Red? You just can't go wrong. I mean, they are the original speed bearing. They're skate rated. They've got removable shields. Some people in the skateboard industry will pop that shield off the second they get them out the packet because they feel that like that's gonna make their bearings go quicker. Is there any truth to that? No, but do what makes you feel better. If anything, it just means that, you know, like crud and grit and dust and hair and nastiness is going to be able to get into your bearings quicker. But like I say, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. At the end of the day, it's all about you going out there and being comfortable. Okay? Okay. So I think that we've said enough about this cheaper bearing, being that it's a really good bearing. Okay, we've said it. Right. Let's have a look at the most expensive set of bearings that we've got on SkateHut's website. Let's do this. So when it comes to the subject of the most expensive set of bearings that we've got on the SkateHut website, that goes to these right here, okay? These are the Bones Swiss ceramic bearings, and these will cost you £139.95. That's such a massive difference from the 479 that we were looking at with the Sushi ABEC 3s. These must be the most amazing bearings in the world. These clearly must be able to do the washing up for you, right? No, they're just great bearings. Great bearings. Can't say enough about these bearings. I've skated on ceramic bearings. They're amazing. I've not had the pleasure of skating on Swiss ceramic bearings, which is a completely, higher echelon of bearing. But these are really great bearings. And why? Because of how they're made, right? Okay, so these are skate engineered and skate rated. So we know that they're great for skating. They're 100% high purity silicon nitride ceramic balls, okay? So they're not ball bearings, they're ceramic balls, and they're 100% purity nitride. Why is that important? What does that mean, okay? It means that, right, so your ball bearing is going around in your bearing, and it's going at it's rotating, it's completing a rotation every time it goes around, right? You're going down a hill really, really fast. So even though it's lubricated and even though it's in a speed racer, it is going really, really fast, generating round, and at some point there is going to be an element of friction in there which is going to create heat. Now, heat, when it gets to a metal, makes it expand. And so that's usually when sometimes like a bearing will pop, is because it's expanded out of the racer and then suddenly the bearing fails and there you go. Because it's made of ceramic, these ball bearings, they don't conduct heat. So you can go as fast as you want and you'll be absolutely golden. Also, these have got removable racers and they're made out of nylon, so they're really good for cleaning, and obviously again sort of like keeping the heat down on them. Also, they've got removable frictionless rubber shields. So again, the main reason that you would want to spend $139.95 on a set of these is because if you maintain them, if you do the bare minimum to look after them, they will reward you by being the most solid set of bearings that you'll own. You only need to take care of them. I used to maintain my bearings every 6 months or just prior to a game, so they were just nice and lubricated, ready for the game. If you're a longboarder and you do a lot of hill bombing and you want that consistent speed, with bearings that are going to be in uniform, giving their all, giving you all that speed that you want, these are a great investment. And as long as you maintain them, they're absolutely going to be fine. If you allow them to get all cruddied up and ganky and nasty in your skates, then you're a criminal. You should go straight to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to jail, okay? Otherwise, you're getting yourself a really great investment. And that, simply put, or not so simply put, is the difference when it comes to bearings. Okay, so it's a weighty topic, there's a lot to talk about, and I think that there might be some contention. So if you've got something that you want to add, if you want to tell me that I'm wrong about the whole popping off the shields thing, then come for me down in the comments, drop them on down below, because we love to hear from you, and we're absolutely open to having that kind of debate. Otherwise, if you have a look down in the description, you're going to find the links to these products. Also, you're going to find a link which will take you to the bearings section, which is going to show you bearings from all the different companies that we stock, all the brands that you absolutely love. And that website, of course, is www.skatehut.co.uk. All right then, folks, so don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and also, make sure that you tick that notification bell so we can keep you up to date with more videos just like this one. I hope that you're all doing really, really well at home. I know times are tough right now, but just be there for each other, be kind, stay safe, and you're absolutely killing it. I'm proud of you guys, all right? Thank you very much for watching this video, and hey, I've been Bobby from SkateHut.